The AC condenser is set, wired, and charged. The mechanical inspection arrives. The inspector measures the clearance from the fence, measures the overhead clearance under the deck, and marks the inspection failed. The homeowner has a working air conditioner and no certificate of completion because the unit that was placed to fit the yard was not placed to meet the code. FBC Mechanical Code, Section 1101, governs the installation of outdoor HVAC equipment. The clearances it requires are not aesthetic preferences or service convenience guidelines. They are the minimum distances the physics of heat rejection demands. An AC condenser works by moving outdoor air across a refrigerant coil to transfer heat from the refrigerant into the atmosphere. That process requires a specific volume of air moving through the unit at a specific rate. Restrict the air supply, and the unit cannot reject heat fast enough. Head pressure rises, the compressor works harder. In Florida's summer ambient temperatures, 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, the margin between rated capacity and thermal failure is already narrow. Every inch of clearance removed from the manufacturer minimum moves the unit closer to that margin. Side clearances are set by the manufacturer's installation instructions, which carry the force of code under FBC R110. Most residential condensers require a minimum of 12 to 24 inches on the side facing the intake coil and a minimum of 12 inches on the discharge side. A fence at 8 inches from the intake coil does not just reduce airflow, it creates a low-pressure zone that causes the unit to recirculate a portion of its own exhaust. The unit pulls in air it just heated. Effective ambient temperature at the coil rises. Efficiency drops. The compressor runs longer on every cycle. Overhead clearance is the failure point most frequently missed on Florida installations. Most residential condensers require a minimum of 60 inches, 5 feet, of unobstructed vertical clearance above the discharge fan. A condenser installed under a wood deck with 42 inches of overhead clearance is recirculating its own hot discharge air directly back into the intake. The inspector measures this. The deck does not get a pass because it was built first. Discharge air recirculation is the physics failure mode that clearance requirements exist to prevent. When a condenser is installed in a corner, 2 walls or a wall and a fence converging behind the unit, the discharge air bounces off both surfaces and is drawn back into the intake. Temperature at the intake coil can run 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit above actual ambient under these conditions. A unit rated for 95-degree operation is now operating at an effective 115 degrees. Capacity degrades, efficiency drops, and compressor life shortens. The electrical disconnect is a second common inspection failure. NEC Section 440.14, adopted by Florida's Electrical Code, requires a readily accessible disconnect within sight of the condenser, within 50 feet, and with the unit visible from the disconnect location. A disconnect mounted inside the garage, not visible from the condenser, does not comply. The inspector standing at the condenser must be able to see the disconnect. If they cannot, the inspection fails on that item alone. The condenser pad must elevate the unit a minimum of 3 inches above finish grade. In Florida, this addresses 3 conditions simultaneously: flood intrusion during heavy rainfall and storm surge, grass and debris accumulation at the base of the coil that restricts bottom airflow, and settling. A unit that starts level on a dirt pad will not remain level after 2 wet seasons. An unlevel condenser causes refrigerant distribution problems inside the coil and premature compressor wear. Service access clearance under NEC 110.26 requires 36 inches of clear working space on the side of the condenser containing the electrical connections. This clearance must be maintained permanently. A fence, a shrub, or a storage enclosure installed after the original inspection that reduces this clearance to less than 36 inches creates a code violation on a unit that originally passed. Florida's mechanical inspection checks every one of these clearances with a tape measure. The inspector is not looking for a unit that runs. A unit installed incorrectly can run for years before the compressor fails. The inspector is verifying the conditions under which the unit was rated to perform. In Florida's heat, for Florida's inspection cycle, for the life of the equipment. A condenser that passes every other mechanical inspection item fails on clearance because clearance is the only deficiency that cannot be corrected without moving the unit. If you're having a new system installed in Florida, share this with your contractor before the pad is poured. Subscribe for more Florida building code explained in plain language.